Tony Lockett, acting skipper, won the toss for the Saints, and they're kicking with a slight breeze right to left in the first quarter. Madden back in the seniors, down to Bradley. Couldn't get the kick clear. Well done by Harvey. And it's going to be a free kick Carlton's way. Bradley quickly takes it, sprints clear. High left footer. Kernahan works to the front, almost the mark. Front of the pack, Arceri. He taps the ball out to Gleeson. Gleeson snaps and is offline, out of bounds on the full.
Should have done a little bit better, Adrian. He's a better player than that and usually drills them from there.
Morris from the left back pocket in front of the Social Club. Kicks to the half back area. Kernahan got his hands on it again. Spalding in there. Chance now for Bowie. Breaks clear from half back and kicks it in towards the centre. In front, good mark, Devonport. Will give Ratton some problems. DePetta. Centre half forward, Dorotic punches away from low. Chance now for Hogg. Pulled off the football there by Lockett. And too high, says the umpire. So the free kick will come back to the half-back area where Hogg will take it for Carlton.
Actually, good effort by Lockett. We don't usually see him coming so far up the ground, but to at least put pressure on the opposing backman is a good sign, and that's what a captain should do.
Hogg, number 33 for Carlton, having come from Footscray. Aythorn just can't quite get hold of it. Now, swooping on it, Brown. Gleeson again. Centre half forward. Difficult one. Well done for St Kilda by Fode. And he kicks it to centre half forward. But Hannah jumping early in front of Winmar. And what a great contest that'll be if it's a match-up for the afternoon. Hannah and Winmar.
Yes, Nicky Winmar in the forward pocket on Hannah. Kick by Hannah, up towards centre wing. Oh, sensational mark drag down by Spalding, ex-Melbourne player. Gets the hand pass away. O'Sullivan kicks to full forward. Kernahan going back, can't mark. Morris back there for St Kilda. Free kick to Kernahan against Shanahan.
Gee, Morris and Shanahan both appealing there. They've got no idea what that was for.
Well, they should realise that Peter Cameron is red hot on this holding the man whilst the ball is in flight. Players have now got to start and use their body.
Well, that's interesting. It's going
to
Caverton.
Caverton.
Well, the kick went over the top of Caverton's head. Kernahan had the sit on it, but obviously it was something in front of the pack that Cameron noticed an infringement against this young player here. Andrew Caverton, point-blank range, and he kicks the first goal of the game.
Well, if we look at his kicking style, I don't think anything is right. A bent knee, usually you follow through, but watch this kick. See how he kicks, makes contact with the ball, then pulls the right leg, the kicking leg back. Usually you kick through the ball, but nonetheless it's effective because that's his first goal. Has been playing in the ruck, but since Madden's come back, he's now lining up in the forward pocket. A mobile youngster is Andrew Caverton.
Justin Madden, Carlton's best and fairest last year. Back after suspension from the Foster's Cup. First senior game this year. A real scrap at ground level. Fletcher can't get clear.
Don already the dominance of Madden at the centre bounces.
He's got the first two. The first one went to Bradley. What they've got to wake up and do is that he's putting it across the body. Left hand he strikes with, it goes across to the right shoulder.
They wrestle Vidovic down there. It's taken by Harvey for St Kilda. Knocked out by Dorotic. And they'll find the boundary line with that one. Only just. John Dorotic rushed back after suspension. They had a heap of suspensions in the pre-season competition, Carlton, and Dorotic straight back in the seniors after 4 weeks out.
Left half forward for St Kilda. Madden, tapped on by DePetta. Opportunity now for Fletcher. Wobbly kick to the front of the goals. Lockett, dispossessed.
Why wasn't that a free kick?
What, holding
against Sexton for around the neck.
Well, both players jostling for the front posse. Neither one could collect the footy, so we'll have another boundary throw in right up against the behind post. Left forward pocket for St Kilda. Low taps on. Still there to be won. Madden can't do much with it. Winmar. Now kick it. Carlton should just about give this away a behind, but they're still forcing it. Low, a kick off the side of his boot, and a good mark taken by Fletcher. running with the flight of the ball, and his eye's right on it, and he's marked about 35 metres out.
Had a good game last week, this youngster, a former Geelong player. He originally came from Tasmania, Adrian Fletcher. He took McCormack out of the game last week for Fitzroy. No mean effort. McCormack, a good player for that side.
And a skillful player is Adrian Fletcher. The kick looks pretty good. It's a goal to St Kilda. Fletcher gets his first goal, and St Kilda level the scores.
Well, he's been averaging about 24 possessions a game, Fletcher. So as well as putting players out of the game, he can pick it up himself. Started with Geelong. Played a total of 23 games down at Geelong.
Fletcher able to take that mark because Bradley was held out of it by Newport, and Newport will be his shadow all day. Madden in the middle. Vidovic knocks it forward for St Kilda. The hand pass from Bowie comes out. Was it a throw? Yes. By Cameron. Free kick to Brown of Carlton. Scores level, a goal apiece. Kernahan with Morris. Arsiri overran the ball. Here's a chance for the Blues. Spalding. Thumped out by Shanahan, who's done all right in his first season and finds the boundary line.
Done exceptionally well in his first game. He took on Osborne, well, that was against the West Coast, but last week kept Osborne to goals. Osborne kicked 4 goals on Frawley.
Kavanagh tries to get it down to Arsiri. Arsiri kicks with the left foot. It's not a bad snapshot. Just misses to the right. Kernahan getting back with Morris, and it's through for a behind to Carlton. So the Blues are 1-1. St Kilda one straight goal, and their kick in to be done by Morris.
Russell Morris playing on Steve Kernahan, who's the Blues' leading goal kicker this season with 12. Morris straight up the ground, just short of the centre circle. Bradley from behind punches down. Harvey's there for St Kilda. Tough in the clinches. Fletcher gets it going forward for the Saints. He'll get a whistle eventually, no. Fode applies the tackle, wins the kick, well done. Devonport, sensational play. How did he do that to Pekin? Lockett. Well, the build-up to that goal was something to see.
Strength by Devonport. Just prior to that, Devonport got a foot to the ball just by the mere fact he was just too strong for Ratton. Got the ball on its way. Now Lockett has got a chance to capitalise.
Well, I've called it a goal already, but Tony Lockett, leading goal scorer last year, right in front and about 15 metres out from goal. A disappointing day here last Monday when he kicked only 3.
I think he's missed it.
He might have missed that. And he has an absolute gimme.
Took too long. He seemed to have the ball for an eternity.
Now watch this by Devonport. What a terrific show of strength. In front, look, being held by Ratton, but still got the ball away. Well done.
Half-back flank, Alvin. Kicks it quickly. Spalding, but Morris is in front. It's Grant, actually, for St Kilda, who's marked just forward of half-back, nearly up to centre wing. Kick towards the half-forward area. Oh, big fly by Dorotic.
Now he was going for the punch, and the umpires penalised him.
Because he put his hand on the other guy's shoulder.
I didn't see that. I just saw the left hand
This happened 2 weeks ago. Wiedemann took the mark of the day, and he was allowed to be given the mark.
There's a difference when you take the mark and when you go for the spoil. There's 2 different rules.
Why should there be a difference?
I don't know.
You put your hand on the other bloke's shoulder, it's a free kick. Lowe's kicking towards the 50-metre line, and the mark has been taken by Harvey. Harvey, a very, very skillful player. Look at this pass. Good lead, but Harvey, with pinpoint accuracy, has put it straight on Lockett's chest, and he's marked about 30 metres out on a very, very slight angle.
And what's he going to do with this one? The ball has travelled a matter of 30-odd metres, and there have been 2 kicks to get it 30 metres.
Lockett, his second chance. And he doesn't miss this one. 1-1 to Tony Lockett. St Kilda lead by a goal.
Well, starting with that free kick against Dorotich on low. Short pass, another short pass, finishes up with Lockett. It's his 24th goal for the season. Incidentally, he's kicked 20 points as well, so he's had 21 points, so he's had a little bit of a problem as far as his accuracy goes. He usually kicks a 2-to-1 ratio, 2 goals to 1 point.
The Saints lead by Lockett's goal. Back in the centre with umpire Cameron. We've heard the crowd is still queuing outside, but the gates are closed, so they won't see the footy. It's a closed house here at Princes Park. Burke number 3 with Alvin number 31. Burke with the kick, doesn't gain ground. Oh, what a mark that is. Fantastic mark by Bowie. Little Rover kicks up towards centre half forward. Lowe punches to the front, grabbed by Gregg, comes back to Lowe, he taps in. Winmar gathers, kicks over Lockett's head, and that's out of bounds on the full, into the behind post on the full.
Just wondering whether Justin Madden could have made a better effort than that when Winmar got the ball. He just didn't get down.
Gee, there's some exciting talent in the St Kilda side. Harvey, Winmar, and the big fellas up at the forward line, Lowe and Lockett. Fletcher. Hand pass creates for Newport. Newport's kick and marked. Well done by Brown. Just behind the centre. Scholl in the centre. Gets onto the favourite right side. Kicks it into the pocket. Marking contest. Cavidan. Chance for Spalding. In there is Grant for St Kilda. Arsiri. Good pressure put on there by DePetta. And it's forced over for a boundary throw in the right forward pocket for Carlton. And down on the boundary line, Gerard Healy, you've got a comment?
Yes, I'm sitting here with umpire David Howell, and he's clarified that issue of the hand in the back. If there's no push and it's a legitimate attempt at marking or spoiling, no free kick.
Right, here's DePetta for St Kilda. He goes back to Harvey. He's going the wrong way, but he gets himself clear to Shanahan. In the goal square, towards the outer side. They worked it pretty well eventually, the Saints. Morris thumps up the ground, or tries to. Brown comes backwards. Kernahan going off the ground. What pressure there is in this game. Gregg. Grattan gets it out to Brown. Up the ground he goes to Gleeson. Back to Brown. Centering kick. Eventually, Spalding. No mark. O'Sullivan breaks clear and misses.
Well, it's a frantic pace early in the game. St Kilda lead by 5 points, 13 plays 8. Goals coming from Lockett and Fletcher. And for Carlton, Cavidan is the goal scorer. Shanahan, they've got him back kicking in at full-back. Out towards Newport. Scholl, good punch from behind. Discipline. O'Sullivan gives it away. Bradley. Near centre half forward. Scholl. Third kick for that young player. Towards half forward. Punched away. Burke caught. Alvin a big punch. In towards the goals. Pressure now on Shanahan. Bouncing ball awkward. Kernahan just there in the nick of time to force the ball over for a boundary throw-in right near the Carlton players' race.
Oh, what a thrill it is to see games like this in front of a packed house. Cavidan gets it down to Arsiri. His hand pass is blocked by Bowie. Snapped by Gleeson. Won't make it. Morris. And plays on after the chest mark. Russell Morris, ex-Hawthorn premiership player. On his own is Vidovic, 30 metres in the clear centre wing. Here comes Hannah, leaving Winmar. Now Winmar a chance. Hannah's pace being tested. Great pick up, Nicky Winmar. His left footer is good to Lowe. Nicky Winmar's gone on with it. Lowe looking for Lockett. And eventually the ball is hand passed out of bounds by Aythorne and will have a throw-in.
It's a good effort by Milhana because he had to get over to Vidovic and then chase Winmar. He really did put in.
Good effort by Sexton. Back on Lockett too to get the ball away from the big fellow. The kick was to his advantage. But Sexton getting back. Madden gets the free kick out of the ruck contest. Away to Aythorne. Kick in towards the centre of the ground. And Vidovic marks for St Kilda. Lazar Vidovic. Short kick into the pocket. Good lead by Lowe. Way out in front of Dorotich and marks on the 50-metre line. Kick to the front of the square. Lockett's back there. He's got the run. Madden there. Punched away. Chance here for Kickett. just a little kick, gives away ground. Newport, all Dorothy a big bump. Low handball over the top. Kick gets a chance. But strong play by Athorn. Well done. Stood his ground. Bradley. Away he goes to Scholl, who's been dominant on this near wing. Handball over the top. Opportunity for Spalding. Short kick. Too far for Kernahan. And it's out of bounds in the right half forward area for Carlton.
Now, Stephen Newport there on screen, one of the toughest players playing league football. I watched him at Melbourne a number of times. He'd get hit and get straight up on his feet. He is really feeling that bump from Dorotich.
Right half forward for Carlton. Boundary throw in. Spalding doing the ruck work. Back there for St Kilda was Vidovic. Sweeping hand pass. Burke gets onto it but can't control it. And another boundary throw in will take place.
Saints leading by 5 points, and we have just under 13 minutes remaining to quarter time at Princes Park. 3rd and 4th on the ladder, and perfect weather conditions. Spalding, number 11 for Carlton. Gleeson runs out of room, helped out by Fode. Gordon Fode playing his first senior game since round 1 last year. Morris helps out in ruck, but it comes to O'Sullivan. Puts it out in front. Caviton. Shanahan over the back. Shanahan, the ex-Tasmanian, goes for the outer side. Harvey, number 35, leads Brown. And the ball out of bounds for a throw-in on centre wing.
Far side of the ground. Madden getting in position there to do the ruck work. Too tall for Newport and used his body. Now the advantage is paid. The kick by Brown towards the full forward. Cavadon can't mark. Gleeson attempted off the ground. Well done by Morris though, and he repels that promising Carlton attack out towards half back where the mark is taken by Harvey. He plays on. Pretty ordinary little kick there by Harvey, but fortuitously gets through where Greg's handball to Vidovic. Vidovic towards Lockett. Strong, he's got it. What a great mark.
He's being held anyway. The umpire playing. There it is. Peter Cameron, who was going to go it against Sexton, had Lockett not taken that mark, indicating the player being held as he ran in. Peter Cameron.
Well, it didn't make much difference, did it? He completed the mark under all sorts of difficulty.
Went down the other end before, and Shanahan had his hand around Cavitt and yet didn't get the free kick paid against him.
Oh, terrific effort by Lockett. A chance to get his second goal. Saints lead by 5 points. Saints may lead by 11. They do. 2 goals to Lockett. 1 to Fletcher. And Carlton 1-2. Trail St Kilda, who are 3-1.
Well, if you're a player up the ground and you've got a forward who finishes off, and St Kilda have got one of those in Lockett, it really does lift you. Your efforts up the ground are rewarded on the scoreboard by a forward capitalising, and it really does have an inspiring effect upon the team.
Well, Tony Lockett's kicked 2 goals, 1. It should have been 3 straight. The one he missed was from about 10 metres out. Shane Harris restarts the game. Comes down to DePetta. Vidovic did well in the centre square earlier on to set up the goal by Lockett. Here's a free kick to the Saints, taken by Lazar Vidovic. Out to Burke, who found himself in some space. He thumps it long to Lowe. Taken more marks in the competition than anybody else by a mile. Winmar, high ball, Lockett from behind. At the front, Fletcher, over his shoulder for a goal. The Saints on fire, 4-1 to 1-2. 2 goals to Adrian Fletcher.
The big men to stop on the forward line. Lowe, who got across to Winmar, and Lockett. But look at the effort of Elvin here. I watched Madden earlier do exactly the same thing. Takes a lot of courage to run with the ball. But Fletcher, great anticipation, in for his second.
And it was Elvin's man that kicked the goal. Back in the centre, Madden gets the tap out. 4-1 to 1-2. St Kilda get the free kick.
Hog off, DiUlio on.
And a 50-metre penalty is going to give this man a chance to kick his 3rd goal. And it looks as though it's Fraser Brown who's been spoken to by umpire Harris.
Well within kicking distance now, what, 30 metres from goal?
Oh, he'll kick the distance. There are some flags on top of the scoreboard which indicate that there is a little bit of breeze. Short kick. Oh, Lockett's on his own. And still there's no one on the mark. Still there is no one on the mark.
How can that happen?
Justin Madden just walked away.
Well, everybody, I suppose, anticipating Fletcher to kick the goal. Carlton players had hands on hips.
Well, Lockett shoots from about 15 metres on a very slight angle. So, has he kicked his third? No, he's missed that too. Gee whiz.
Well, he should have had a shot.
Tony Lockett in his early days would have just popped those two that he's missed in this first quarter through with just ridiculous ease.
Good tactics by Justin Madden, because Fletcher, you'd reckon, would have kicked that. Kick out, clears the 50. Madden's back for the marking contest. Vidovic gets rid of him. Illegally, free kick Justin Madden. Played last week in the reserves, which is now the Victorian State Football League. Kernahan from behind, Morris in front. Kernahan's got it. A hand pass inside the 50. Greg for St Kilda. One out is Devonport with Ratton. Devonport looking a much better prospect on the forward line for St Kilda than as a backman, because he had a nightmare over against the West Coast Eagles in Perth. Conceded about 10 goals at that.
Yes, I think Craig Devonport certainly is a creative footballer, not a defensive one. The tap down comes towards Brown, is it, at the bottom of the pack? Bradley. And the umpire forced to call for a bounce, as we see Ken Sheldon and Danny Frawley up in the coach's box, so it'll be a bit of an education for Danny this afternoon. Down it comes to DePetta. Away to Nathan Burke. He may bomb it away. No. Passes Lockett. Yes, brilliant hands. Sexton is just absolutely phased as to how Lockett kept control of that football. He had the front spot.
Really wasn't a good hit down there by Madden. DePetta got it across to Nathan Burke, but it all started with a hit down by Madden.
And now he's being penalised 50 metres, which will put him right on the goal line. Well, what was that for?
It might make all the difference, because Lockett could have missed from there the way he's kicking.
He couldn't possibly miss from here, could he? He kicked from the goal line. Kick it out to the ground. There's a little kid out there who's going to get a football. Lockett 3, Fletcher 2. St Kilda lead by 24 points.
Things don't look good for Carlton. Now there's the hit out I was talking about. There was nobody there, and he's hit it on the attacking side as far as St Kilda goes. He's dominant such as that, he should be pushing the ball forward or out to the boundary line.
Lockett getting more strapping for his thumb. He's kicked 3 goals, 2. It could have been 5 goals in the first 20 minutes. The Saints with a real break. Madden wins in the middle to Gleeson. He's bumped off it by Gregg. Comes to Burke. St Kilda really hitting the ball hard. Comes out to Bowie. Keeps it going St Kilda's way and then trips over. Brown gets back there for Carlton. He's been a good player. Saints fans wanted a free kick. Nothing doing. Ball out of play.
Could have nearly been to Bowie.
I'm not sure whether he tripped himself or was tripped.
Interesting one, but the ball being thrown in just forward of centre wing. Madden, Bradley caught by Newport, and umpire Cameron calls for a bounce. 5-2 to 1-2. St Kilda by 4 goals. Vidovic early. Burke still got the football. Tackled by Gleeson. Ball to the back. Madden beaten for it by Vidovic. Sweeping hand pass. Fode from half back. Not a bad pass. Sexton runs straight at it. Good play. Ratton short kick goes past the umpire. Out in front of O'Sullivan. Loves to run with the football. Luke O'Sullivan forced to kick with the right foot, which is not his natural, and it just slews off the side. And it's out of bounds at right half forward for Carlton. Blues not getting much from their roving division. Gleeson and Arceri quiet. Burke doing well for St Kilda. Bradley taken away from the football. Chance for Fletcher. Good effort by O'Sullivan. Fode, Elvin off the ground with the fist. Gathers about 3 or 4 metres for his team. And another boundary throw in just before half forward, right near the players' interchange area. We've got 5.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Scholl held. Ball just bounces over for a
It's interesting the way that Carlton are hitting the ball on that bound. Kernahan's hit it back towards the St Kilda goal, and Madden did the same. The players then got to turn around unless they're running onto the ball and then kick it for goal. Watch what he does this time.
5 minutes to go to quarter time, and the Saints with a clear lead. It was Tartan, and up the ground, a top mark taken by Kernahan.
He's a great body player, and he used his body to perfection to outbody Russell Morris. Stephen Kernahan, great man.
The Blues need this, but his strength isn't 50-metre goals. St Kilda lead 5-2 to 1-2. He won't make it unless a Shepherd gets it there. It was touched on the line.
Shanahan for St Kilda. He's going to come to this near side. Not a bad kick either. Well outside the 50-metre line. Scholl. Oh, good mark. He's done very well.
50 metres.
Gee, they're dynamite on that.
Well, Fode did have the ball in control. He tried to disguise the fact that he couldn't handle it and let it go to ground. Peter Cameron, an experienced umpire, he's nearly umpired 300-odd games, Peter Cameron, so he wouldn't be fooled by Fode's effort on that occasion.
So Scholl, within distance easily, kicks the goal. Important goal for Carlton. They were lagging behind on the scoreboard, and they still trail, but it's only by 17 points.
Here's the infringement. See, Fode did hold the ball and then just let it go, so he tried to fool the umpire. He should have given it back to Scholl.
The most important goal to Carlton by Brett Scholl, the ex-captain of the North Melbourne under-19s in a premiership. We're back in the middle. Madden might have got a hand to that again, knocking defensively. Bowie comes to Gleeson. His kick up towards the 50-metre line. Arceri held out by DePetta, then tackled by Arceri. Madden did well. Bradley gets the hand pass up to Spalding from 35 metres. Earl Spalding.
Well, he's improved his kicking, Earl. He was a shocking kick for goal. But on that occasion, Madden across to Bradley, and Earl Spalding, there he is, number 11, Bruce Dill's old number, runs forward of play. You see him out to the right of screen. There, nobody in attendance, nearly fumbles. Maybe it's the fact that when he's got a deliberate shot for goal, Earl goes to water. On the run, different kettle of fish, maybe.
I was just about to say that, Donny. He sprays them all over the place from straight shots. St Kilda by 11. Fletcher, Brown tackle. Elvin misses it. Tarzan, been an important player since coming onto the ground. Halfway through the first quarter. Oh, nearly a Carlton mark to Curtin.
Oh, he threw that.
Taps it on. Arceri shares it with Brown. Brown may get the goal. He does. Lovely lifted kick. What a charge by Carlton. St Kilda had kicked 5 to 1, and the Blues have kicked the last 3.
Well, a Lilydale boy, number 20, a number made famous for Westloff, but is this a throw? I think it was. Nonetheless, they count. 3 goals in 3 minutes to Carlton.
A real charge by the Blues to get within 5 points. Just over 3 minutes remaining to quarter time. Madden goes forward this time. Bradley gets it. Out of the centre square, not quite. Good mark, Pekin. Beacon for the Saints towards the outer side. Bowie has been able to get himself clear. Skirts around Alvin. Long to low with Dorotich. Dorotich perhaps a little bit out of touch. Hasn't played for over a month. Aythorn. Kick it. Did he drop it in the tackle? No. Gregg weaves his way through. Out to Harvey. 30 metres out. Harvey. Out of bounds on the full.
It's a great battle, isn't it? Oh, but what a great battle of pressure. It's just fantastic. You come to this ground and it's packed to capacity. Terrific experience.
Sexton in the left back pocket for Carlton. Only one way you can go, that's further left. 50 metres out towards half-back. Punch back towards the 50-metre line. Goes through Alvin. Recovers. Foder's there. Handballs back to Pekin. In turn to Fletcher. Fletcher from 60 metres. Kicks to the front of the square. Lockett!
Yeah, good mark. He had the sit on that occasion. The big fellow did get up.
Sexton was lucky he didn't fall on top of him.
Here it is. Gets up, better judgment. He can get up for a big man. He's surprising.
He's kicked 3 goals too, which could easily have been 5 straight.
5 marks he's taken already and coming up for his 8th kick.
Certainly proving to be the difference, isn't he? He's an ominous figure at full forward, Tony Lockett. Chance for his 4th, and this one goes straight through the centre. 4 goals to Lockett out of 6.
Well, he is leading from
Kilda lead by 11 points.
He is leading from the front. The captain today. Best and fairest winner in the club in 1987, the year he won the Brownlow, and also last year. Had a late start to the season last year, so that shows just how he did play. When he did get back into the side, he kicked a heap of goals.
Didn't get as many Brownlow votes as one would have thought. I think he finished with 16. He kicked, what, 130 goals or something.
St Kilda's aerial supremacy. 18-5 marks in the first quarter. Just over a minute remaining to the first break. Bowie out of the middle again. Best rover afield. Dorotich leads low back there. He's going to be caught. Oh, Lockett nearly got him from behind. Burke for St Kilda. Good mark.
Good little play, this fellow.
Well, Lockett's in the goal square. He wants to thump it long. He goes in a bit shorter to Low. Dorotich did well.
The sun in his eyes maybe on that occasion. You can see the shadow, and Stuart Lowe now looking at the sun, putting his hand up to shield his eyes. So that could have been the reason.
Low in ruck against Madden.
Oh, what about a free kick?
And it's a free kick to Low within kicking distance.
Well, I thought Lowe, it'd be interesting from where I sat, I thought Lowe was striking at Madden.
In retaliation for what was going on.
Oh no, see, Madden's got hold. Oh, well done, umpire.
Yeah, and Stuart Lowe made it look pretty obvious too.
Well, it was good though, wasn't it?
Well, Stuart Lowe, I think, would have wrapped up 3 Brownlow votes here last Monday. He was absolutely fantastic.
I wonder if that dot does help him, because he's kicked 14 points this season, 6 goals, 14.
He played on one of the game's best in Paul Roos last week. He's against John Dorotich today, lining up for his first goal. And he's kicked it. A 17-point lead at quarter time for St Kilda. 7 goals, 2 to 4-3.
What we're doing well, and wants better organisation in the centre.
So the second quarter about to start at Princes Park. Bounce favours Madden. He gets a good run at it. Gleeson couldn't quite get through that path. He's still got a chance. O'Sullivan there to give him a hand. Attempted kick off the ground, went nowhere. Newport's high kick back towards centre half forward. A good mark to Aythorn in front of Kicker. Aythorn just forward of half back. Kicks towards centre half forward. Ball carries. Chance for Arsiri. Picked up by Brown. It may bounce. No. Good play by Shanahan. Tackle by DeUlio on Grant. Chance for Cavadon. Back to Kernahan. Kernahan snapshot. Looks pretty good. Stephen Kernahan gets his first goal. Carlton get their 5th. They trail by 11 points.
Well, DeLulio's tackle was a gem. In the forward pocket, Kavanagh behind, and here's the tackle. Disposes of the St Kilda player with the ball, and Kavanagh follows up, making amends for the mistake earlier of being behind Shanahan. Kernahan, his first goal.
Important opening goal for the quarter to Carlton. As though they're doubling up on Bradley in the middle. Brown's been a prominent player for the Blues. Up and down the mine shaft this time. Punched forward by Alvin. Spalding goes over the top with his hand pass. DeLulio fumbles a bit. DePetta gets it out of there for St Kilda. Bradley, bit slick for Gleeson. Gets boot to ball though. What a pickup that was by Tarkson. Goes wide with the hand pass to Scholl. 2 ex-North Melbourne players, and here's a third, Arsiri.
They're everywhere, those North players, or ex-North players at Carlton. Tuxon was the captain of the under-19s. He's also out there.
Saints lead by 11 points. Disappointing effort from Mark Arsiri.
And kickets going off for St Kilda, and Allen's coming on, so they're replacing a small or a middle-sized player with a tall player in Allen.
It amazes me how Allen can't get in the opening 18 for St Kilda. Obviously it's for what they call team balance, but he's a very exciting prospect.
Last Monday against Fitzroy, did the same, started on the bench, but he rucked for a quarter and helped set up the win.
Well, obviously that's a ploy of the coaching staff. The kick from Harvey finds Newport at centre-half back. Newport now out wide to the wing, no mark taken. Madden punch away from Vidovic, gather by Burke, further to Pekin, nearly run down by Brown, kick to the front of the goals, punched away, Carlton defence under pressure, Bradley gets back to help out, Ratton for Carlton, just gets his foot to the ball, kicks it out to the 50-metre line, kick by Lowe to the goal square, Lockett, and running straight at him, so the Carlton player being penalised, much to the disgust of Carlton fans at the social club. Lockett has the football about 20 metres out on a slight angle, a chance to get his 5th goal.
I think Aiken might come off and Aiken come on. Now watch this in replay. I thought this was fair. I thought that was fair. Aiken coming on as Lockett lines up.
Ratton coming off for Carlton. Lockett for his 5th, and he makes no mistake.
Well, could we see a record? Today, Tony Lockett, 5 goals. We've just started the second quarter. The most goals he's kicked in a game is 13, and incidentally, that was against Carlton last year. Here it is, there's the infringement. I thought that was fair enough.
Against Aythorne, maybe.
Yeah, it was against Aythorne, but I thought that was fair enough.
St Kilda by 16 points. Lockett with his 5th goal. Madden with a 2-hander. Bradley can't get clear. Gregg for St Kilda. Here's Gleeson. On the turn, the kick to half forward. Courage shown there by Grant. All-Australian centre-half back last year. Grant up towards centre wing to Bowie.
It's killing them.
Into Burke. The kick in the direction of Lowe. Lockett on his own in the goal square if they can get up there. Winmar a chance. Going backwards. He's on the 50. Stewie Lowe's gone down. Bowie takes the mark and has bowled over after the mark was taken.
And he doesn't look too good behind screen.
It's a 50-metre penalty.
So there's action everywhere as Lowe left the screen being attended to by trainers. A 50-metre penalty being paid to St Kilda. Just watch this. Dorotic going back. Aitken over the back. You see there, hip and head. Collide or make contact.
Brett Bowie goals for the Saints. Well, the last 2 goals have been free kicks, and one of them a controversial one, and that one a 50-metre.
Well, the big question is, can Lowe get up and play on? Fraser Brown coming off, Ratton back on. There he is in screen. The smelling salts, they do wonders. Once you get a heavy knock like he did then, they don't do much good.
Stuart Lowe indicating that he's quite okay. Training staff leaving the ground.
He's going down to the forward pocket.
And St Kilda just making a few changes. Chance for them to go forward. Fletcher, kick towards half forward. Winmar, she's an exciting player. Bumped off the football though by Hannah. Bowie still in the action. Hannah still. Now a chance out there for Vidovic. Dorotic tackled by Bowie. Bowie underneath it and does very well for St Kilda to hold the ball in their half-forward area.
It doesn't look too bad. Stuart Lowe involved in that passage of play. So it mightn't be as bad as what we thought, that knock.
St Kilda have got a sniff of it. 9-2 to 5-4. Chance for Gleeson in the back pocket. Kicks it back towards the wing. Newport leads in the race for the ball. But boundary throw-in will take place on centre wing. Bradley just can't quite clear the tag. Showing frustration there, Craig Bradley. Stephen Newport for St Kilda. Vidovic and Madden. Harvey. Still no one able to control the football. Now Gleeson for Carlton. Kick towards the half-forward area. Going back with the flight of the ball was Grant. Kernahan can't quite control it. Harvey, handball over the top. Goes to no one in particular. Out there is DePetta. DePetta's kick lands with Vidovic.
From centre wing, up towards the 50. Hannah climbs all over Winmar. It comes to Alvin, his hand pass to Gleeson. He sweeps it as long as he can. It's tough in there. Allen, number 17 for St Kilda. Spills out the back, and umpire Shane Harris is going to call for it.
It is tough inside, Drew. You're dead right.
"19 minutes remaining to half-time. Scholl. Kernahan with Morris. Kernahan did well to hip him out, but runs out of room, and we'll have a boundary throw-in. 3rd and 4th on the ladder. Gates closed at Prince's Park, and a top show. This is Neil Diamond and Prince all rolled into one.
Right half-forward flank for Carlton. Up high Kernahan. Comes to the back to Ulio. Hand pass away, O'Sullivan lifted behind. Kick off the ground, Alvin. Can't control the football, bouncing awkwardly. St Kilda under pressure at half-back. They'll get the ball clear. Bowie on the end of a hand pass. Gregg, always good with his hands is Dean Gregg. And again, lovely hand pass into the path of Bowie, who's run brilliantly. He's kicked towards full forward. Out in front, low. He certainly is crooked. He goes after it again. Sweeping hand pass. Aitken a tap away, but Allen's got it. Short kick, pretty good. Lockett marks. Play on, not far enough. Kicks to the front of the square. Player running onto it. Oh, Bowie nearly got it again. Scholl's got the football underneath. Fletcher, handball over his head. Allen, still a struggle for Carlton to clear the ball out. Cavadon, on top of it, Alvin. Cavadon has the football, but the umpire calls for a bounce.
Madden's going off, and they'll probably ruck Cavadon. There he is, the big fellow going off. And they're going to bring Fraser Brown is going to come on and probably go down forward.
Allen in ruck. In the back to Arceri. Yes. Carlton fans love that one. Free kicks 10-7 in favour of the Blues. Short of centre wing. All St Kilda up there. No mark. It comes to O'Sullivan. Wide open now for Carlton. O'Sullivan's long kick. Spalding. Not quite the mark. DePetta over it. Holding it.
Yes, he had plenty of time to have a go at it. At no stage did he try to knock it on.
Aldo DePetta playing his 4th game of football, his first senior game this season.
They're the player, the ball underneath, and the umpire deeming with the player in control. DePetta did not make an attempt to force it on. Spalding already 1 goal. He's been a valuable player since coming across to Carlton for that team.
Margin is 22 points. Spalding has missed.
could have put it down for a point anyway.
Well, you're a hard man.
Well, he's right. Earl Spalding seems to kick the ones on the run, but the set shots he regularly misses. Shanahan's kick to the near side. Burke marks right on the 50-metre line. Short kick. Grant. Probably not a lot further up the field. Could get run down, but gets his left foot to it. But the kick is astray. Kernahan marks on centre wing and remonstrates with Allen. Away to Aitken. Bumped. Oh, pathetic free kick. Nothing in that. And he's given the kick down the ground, and Carlton will take it. It may be O'Sullivan, who does kick the
Nobody
ball
in the
good
goal square
distances.
for Carlton.
And it's going back to Arsieri. He's too far out to score. Looking to give it off. Now he's going in the Spalding direction. Kicks it wide. Shanahan, Spalding, Shanahan at the back. Could be paid the mark, and is.
Jamie Shanahan up towards centre wing. Kernahan and Aitken. A mark paid to Aitken. He might have had 50-50 on that one. Out to Aythorne. Wide he goes to Spalding, who marks. No, the umpire doesn't pay the mark. Calls for the throw-in.
He's impressive. Shanahan, the youngster from Hobart. His third or fourth game of AFL football, senior football. He's collected a couple of scalps already.
Clean possession. Kernahan away to Gleeson. Hoisted high in front of goal. Chance for Ratton, who's had a reprieve. Burke for St Kilda. Loses it in the tackle. Now a big chance for the Blues. O'Sullivan fights Arsieri for it. Gets it away. Diulio. No distance with a kick. Harvey for St Kilda. Now to Bowie. Wide open for the Saints. Looked like a goal at one end. It could go the other way. Greg. A lead by Winmar. He's got a break on Hannah. Winmar on the 50. Great play by Nicky Winmar.
Oh, well done, Hannah.
Well, 2 stars there and the ball's out of bounds.
What a terrific battle between those two.
And Hannah does well because Winmar's not slow.
Oh, I know, and
he
Hannah's
picked up
not
ground
slow.
on him.
Oh, he's quick, Hannah.
My word.
Gee, it's a terrific battle. Some marvellous contests out there today.
Left half forward for St Kilda. Cavadon in front. Kicks quickly, goes straight up in the air. Not much distance. Attempted mark there by Tarzan. Allen. Handball. Bowie. Went through Greg. Tapped it back to Fletcher. Good harassing there by Aythorne at the bottom of the pack. And on a couple of occasions there, St Kilda looked like they were going to get it away. But good effort by Carlton to hold the ball in. Left half forward for the Saints. About 2 kicks from their goal. Vidovic in ruck. At the back, Cavadon. Big leap. Punches it wide towards the boundary line. Harvey gives away ground. Newport sweeps onto the right foot. Kicks it back inside 50. Dorotich, but a good mark. Well done, Lowe. He certainly has recovered from that heavy knock earlier in this term. He nearly kicked this. Dorotich is about 40 metres from goal on the mark, but he's able to run a few metres towards Lowe. Now he does. Lowe's kick. Not bad. It's a behind. So Stuart Lowe, 1 goal, 1 in that scoreline for St Kilda of 9-3. Carlton trailing, they're 5-5.
Tony Lockett has kicked 5 goals, 2 for the Saints. Short pass in. Well, it had to be against Pekin. Advantage free kick. Diulio gets the hand pass up to Arsieri. Good pick up.
Oh, well
Pushed
done,
right in the
Harvey.
middle of the back. Free kick. Carlton play on quickly with it. Kernahan.
Now you could see that as the ball was in flight. Kernahan, although he was behind, was still in the plump position. To use his body, he nudged Morris out. They're questionable. But Peter Cameron in screen. Watch this. Maybe there's a bit of an act. Yeah, but it might have been a bit of an act.
But is that legal?
Well, it might have been an act. That's the question you've got to ask. The hand was definitely there, but whether he used it...
I wonder if you can read Stephen Kernahan's lips. He certainly had something to say about that person in front.
Kernahan's kicked 1 goal, 1. Saints lead by 22 points. And they now lead by 16.
Well, they won't give up, Carlton. They won't give up, and another change is being made, and that is Ratton going off and coming on as Tuxton. No, not Tuxton. It's Matthew Hogg back on again, the former Footscray back pocket. Stephen Kernahan in screen. He's a great kick under pressure. A great kick under pressure. That's why he's captain of this side. Having a bit of...
(6-5) plays 9-3. Carlton trail. 12 minutes left in the second term. Lockett has kicked 5. Fletcher has kicked 2. And for Carlton, Kernahan is their leading goal scorer with 2. Chance for Newport. High kick. Out towards the half-forward flank area. Big punch by Alvin over the top of Kicker. Carlton just kicks it in front of himself and tries to tap it to the left, but couldn't control it.
Interesting, Ian, after he kicked that goal, Stephen Kernahan, the trainer ran off, and I didn't know, maybe an asthmatic, is he? Because he took out a spray, which asthmatics do use.
Opportunity for Burke. Gleeson went for the bump, but Burke was able to get past. Mark taken by Vidovic, away to Fletcher. St Kilda up towards the right forward pocket area. Cavadon gets back. Sweeping hand pass. Dorotic thumps it, well out of trouble. Out towards the wing. No mark taken. Punched by Vidovic. Harassing by Hogg. A little bit too keenly. And it's deemed as a free kick to Bowie.
Brett Bowie, 11 possessions. Short pass to Winmar. Oh, well done again, Hannah. But this time, gives away a free kick.
So Hannah certainly kept Winmar quiet.
5 kicks to Nicky Winmar. Ill-directed. Alvin. Towards the centre of the ground. Spalding, middle of the pack. Bowie in front. Dishes out a good hand pass. Burke, sandwiched. High tackle. St Kilda free kick. It's Willing in there. Fletcher.
Great game.
Gordon Fode for the Saints. Lowe the only chance. Off hands. Alvin. Lowe applies the tackle. He dropped it. Hannah up the ground to Athorn. Tarkson. Long ball over centre wing. Vidovic couldn't take the mark. Let the ball get behind him. Bradley. Caught by Shanahan. Shanahan doing well. Vidovic finds teammates in support.
Fletcher. Handball over the top. Newport. Fletcher's gone. He's able to get the hand pass away. Gregg. Fantastic hands by Dean Gregg and Fletcher. The kick to the goal square. Lockett. 6 goals. Six goals, 2 to Tony Lockett. And we've still got 9.5 minutes left in the first half.
Well, Tom Melvin was in 2 minds as that ball came down. We watch the build-up here. Newport. Now it is Fode here. Now there's Elvin out of screen. Now just running in. He was in 2 minds to stay with his man or go forward. In those situations, better to maybe go forward and put the pressure on.
Tony Lockett, 7 goals, and he's now passed Bob Pratt in the all-time list and is now 12th. 6 goals to Tony Lockett, 12th in the all-time list. Here's Bradley out of the middle. Tarkson, Carlton moving it well. Gleeson, kick too high, but it might favour Arceri. 25 metres out, he goes.
Well, the little fella's first. That's his job, kicking goals as either a forward pocket or a rover. And there's Gleeson setting it up, chipping it. Ball over the head of Kernahan. Arceri running in. A good kick on the run from the little fella, a former North Melbourne player. Dorotic going back onto Lockett. Sexton probably go down forward.
Swung the changes there. Sexton staying on the centre wing at the moment, but certainly will go up to the forward line. Kick off the ground, wide towards half forward. Julio intelligently into the pocket. Kernahan getting back as Grant. And the ball forced over for a boundary throw.
Spalding has gone to centre half back on Stuart Lowe. So Sexton will probably play. He has gone to full forward. Shanahan picking him up.
Right half forward for Carlton, well within scoring distance. Kernahan the ruck work against Morris. Kernahan easily at the back. DePetta further to Morris. Bradley, reasonable tackle, and forces the ball out for a throw in. About 35 metres further away from the Carlton goal. 10-3 to 7-5. So St Kilda, who gained an advantage kicking 5 goals to 1 early in the first term, have been able to keep the pressure up, and they still have a 16-point advantage. The ball into the centre. Greg running well was Fode. Handballs further. Vidovic. Sweeper. Burke. Sat for it. No, it's Greg. And his kick in the finish was a shocker. And he misses to the left.
Good a handball by Vidovic. Sent Greg on his way.
Vidovic's done well. 10 possessions. Hannah. What a contest within a contest this has been. Winmar and Hannah. Big pack just over centre wing. Comes to Burke. The hand pass looking for Fletcher. Aythorne back there. Fletcher trapped it and then gave it to Allen. Burke. Allen again or Fletcher. He's getting plenty of the ball again, Fletcher, like last week. Kickett right out of it. Winmar looks for Kickett. He's robbed of the ball by Aitken. Then a great tackle. Alvin caught by Winmar in a good tackle. Gee, this is hot, this game. Play on, says the umpire. Allen caught by Gleeson. About 6 tackles in a row.
Good umpiring. Good umpiring, that.
Terrific stuff.
Peter Cameron there in charge in that little incident. He certainly is contributing to the spectacle.
10-4 to 7-5. St Kilda 17 marks to 9 in the second quarter. They dominated the first term as well. Winmar and Hannah, and it goes over. And a boundary throw in. Winmar appealing for a free kick.
I think he's right too.
Out of bounds on the full, maybe?
I think so.
Just on the 50-metre line. Within goal-scoring distance for St Kilda. Aitken fumbles. Still got the football underneath. Chance there for Spalding. Gets it away to Aythorne. Aythorne's kicked back to the wing. Vidovic marks. And you mentioned Drew doing very well, Lazar Vidovic. Up to the 50-metre line. Marking contest. No one can take it. Aitken this time controls it. Goes one way, then the other. Kicks it out towards half-back. 6 for Burke. Well done, Nathan Burke. Tenacious player. Kick to the front of the goals. No mark taken. Bowie. Shot for goal by Brett Bowie. Misses to the right.
Who was that Carlton player, the little fellow against Lowe, because that was a terrific use of body by the little fellow.
Devonport prepares to come back onto the ground for St Kilda. Dorotich to kick it in for Carlton.
Lockett kicked 6 goals before Dorotich went back there on him. Here's Bradley. Threads through the hand pass to Cavidan. Now Brown on the run. Not a great kick. Bouncing ball for Kernahan. At the back, Arsieri. DePetta. Kernahan, a good pluck off the ground. He's robbed of it. Grant gets the ball up. St Kilda coming forward in waves. Back there is Tarkson. The tackling is sensational. Tarkson, number 45. Allen gets it out for St Kilda. Hogg, taken by Newport. The tagger getting a kick. A high ball to half forward. Low. Oh, almost top mark by Aythorne.
It is paid. It's paid.
I think you gave him 11 out of 10 for a tremendously courageous effort there. Gives away the hand pass to Elvin. Elvin forced to kick quickly. May give it back to St Kilda. Burke's in the van. Goes after it. Handball over the top looking for Winmar. Sat for him nicely. Vidovic again. He kicks it long to full forward. At the back, Lockett. Punched away. Elvin gives away ground. Critical there for Aythorne. A little kick off the ground gives it to Gleeson. Gleeson against the boundary line. Kick towards Hannah. Maybe a kick down the ground? Yes. Kick it on Gleeson. And the advantage paid to Hannah just backward of centre wing.
He's been a very poor player, Kickett. Just 2 possessions.
Kick towards the half-forward area, and Kernahan does well.
Winmar and Gleeson having a bit of a dust-up behind.
Sexton. It goes over the back. DePetta, maybe worried out of it. No, he does well. Under pressure from Arsieri. Boundary throw in left forward pocket for Carlton. 4 minutes left in the second term. Saints lead by 3 goals.
Chance here for the Blues. Kernahan, away from goal it comes. Brown's been a good player for Carlton. Steadies, set shot towards the goal square. Sexton now forward. Arsieri the rover. breaks a tackle. Back to Aythorne, usually a defender. Can't shrug himself free. Fletcher crashes in.
Oh, this is good stuff. I love a contest.
Well, Princes Park earlier on this year was the scene for Jeff Fenwick's fight against Azuma Nelson, and this is every bit as tough, this one. Kernahan away from goal again. Scholl slips the tackle. Back to Aythorne. He tries to set up Tarkson. Well smothered by Harvey. It goes St Kilda's way to Burke.
Burke, not favoured on the left, gives it away to Harvey. Harvey kicks it quickly towards half forward. Oh, well done, Low. Brilliant mark. Handball away. Harvey. Good hands. Peakin. Have a shot for goal, Timmy. He does it. He dobs it. Tim Peakin gets his first goal, and some wonderful creative football by Robert Harvey on the far wing. St Kilda lead by 4 goals.
His first goal for the season, Tim Peakin found himself in space, playing on a wing. He hasn't kicked too many goals in his career. This is an important one. Harvey setting him up.
Just under 3 minutes left in the first half. Big punch by Vidovic, doing well. So was Burke. Knocked away from Grant. Vidovic again. Still the ball to be won. It's Grant. Harvey. No one really controlling the football. The umpire surely will be forced to bounce between the centre and centre half forward positions as Carlton swing a change.
Rutten coming on.
And D'Ulio, is it?
Off.
Ruck contest. Harvey dispossessed. Up towards centre half forward. Aitken under pressure. Devonport. Good hands. Bowie. Low marks. A long way away from Spalding.
Back in the centre.
Bradley frustrated from Newport. Lowe has the ball about 25 metres out. The angle not really all that difficult. And Stuart Lowe has kicked one. Concentrates very hard. Good kick. Well done, Stuart Lowe. 2 goals to that player. And St Kilda create a margin once again. 30 points close to half-time.
Well, he's kicked 8 goals, 15 for the season, Stuart Lowe. Last week he kicked 3. He's got 2. Looked a little bit embarrassing, only 1 goal, 14. It's not the most accurate kick for goal, but he has started to get it together.
Just under a minute and a half to go to half-time. Cavidan up early, got it with the second attempt. Tarkson did well. Inside half forward, Arsiri. DePetta with him. Arsiri taps back, clever. Ratton, O'Sullivan. Aims at the goal and kicks a beauty.
Left to right he swung that. He was on his kicking foot, the left foot, his natural left footer, Luke O'Sullivan. Here it is, the build-up. And what a good kick. Very happy with himself is Luke O'Sullivan. That's his first goal for the game.
Margin back to 24 points. Close to half-time. Cavidan just straight in and crashed into Vidovic. Gets the ball clear. Gregg. Number 27, same number as Keith Gregg. Wore it to 2 Brownlow medals. Oh, good mark by Brown. Going back in the same direction as the ball. And he's done well. 15 possessions short of half-time. Tarkson.
Bradley's hurt.
Sexton. Newport has had as much of the ball as Bradley. He's tagged him in the centre. 8 possessions each. Here's Brown, building on his stats. Not that time, ball out of play.
He looks as if he's all right. The stretcher was coming out to Bradley, but he's getting up. One feature of Bradley's play that really has improved, and that's the defensive side. And the way he threw himself in for that mark, he's now starting to really mature as a player.
Just seconds left in the half. umpire waiting for the stretcher to be taken off the ground. And still Bradley behind play, looking a little sick and sorry for himself. Kick it, chance for Fletcher. Fletcher's kick up towards centre-half forward. Lowe's in a good spot, but Spalding does well to spoil. Tries to swing clear. Handball look for Gleeson. Kick it off the ground. Nice and tidily. Lowe. Siren sounds. That kick registered for Stuart Lowe. No score. And at half-time, St Kilda lead by 24 points. A wonderful first half here in perfect conditions. St Kilda 12-5. Carlton 8-5. And already Tony Lockett has kicked 6 goals.
Back on the ground.
Umpire Shane Harris gets us underway again. Saints leading by 4 goals. Madden number 44 wins to Fletcher, who's been prominent again. Devonport might have attacked it a bit harder than that. Spalding for Carlton. Half back to half forward. De Petta underneath the ball with a push, and he'll take a free kick. It will come back to Aldo De Petta. Not a household word. It's his first game since 1990 in the AFL, and only his 4th senior game.
Kick by that player into the centre has been marked by Aythorne. I don't think Ken Sheldon would have been too impressed with that. In turn, that kick is marked by Arsiri. And De Petta, in that little passage of play, just shows the inexperience of the player. Kick into the pocket. No mark to Kernahan. Punched away. Oh, there's a free kick. No.
Good effort by Robert Harvey there to put the hand up. Punching the ball away. Here, look at this on replay. Should be a free kick.
You wonder what you're allowed to do and what you aren't allowed to do in football today.
Might have been a bit of acting by Russell Morris.
Still doesn't mean you're allowed to do that sort of thing, though. The boundary throw in. Chance for Arsiri. The ball sits. Handball attempted over the top. Morris underneath it. Still the ball in Carlton's forward area. De Petta's kick close to the boundary line. And Pekin displays the percentages and takes it over for a throw-in. Not too many stats against his name, Tim Pekin, but gee, does a good job tagging this time on Gleeson. The punch towards the goal front. Arsiri, De Petta, still the ball underneath. That's a set of penalised.
Second time he's been pinged for that. He's got to move the ball on. I understand and realise that there weren't any options there. He was trying to pull it under his body, but
it might have been Arsiri that pulled it back in underneath him.
He must attempt or try and get the ball from underneath.
Kernahan, the general, but Arsiri shoots for goal. Gets the distance, but not the accuracy. And he's kicked his second behind for the day. 1 goal, 2 to Mark Arsiri. Carlton struggling, still relying on Kernahan. And we're having a look now.
He did pull it back underneath himself.
But he'd be a good man if he could get that out. Kick out towards half-back. Chance for Carlton. Arsiri went for the hand pass, then the kick up towards full forward. Still there, Aitken. Carlton fans appealing for the free kick. Morris dispossessed. Kick off the ground by Aitken. It'll roll through for goal. Well, an unlikely goal kicker is Ian Aitken, who's played most of his football in defence, but summed that up pretty quickly, and an intelligent piece of play results in a Carlton goal.
Well, I think he should have been rewarded the free kick earlier. The Carlton crowd agreed. That's where he should have been awarded the free kick. But I suppose there's justice, and here it comes with a kick off the ground, and he spins it in. His first goal for the season. He doesn't kick too many goals, Ian Aitken.
That's his 9th goal in 59 games. Thump forward by Greg. Comes to Newport. Lockett in the play again. He's up. Can't mark. Dorotich in front. Devonport can put it over the top. He goes for the goal with Lowe unmarked in the goal square. And Devonport kicks it behind. It's his first score today. 12-6 to 9-6. John Dorotich kicks in. Hannah. Good running by Gleeson. Straight up the middle, Adrian Gleeson. Kernahan gives him the lead. Has to double back for it. De Petta. He's been in the play, not all that successfully this quarter. His kick to Burke is good.
Gee, Gleeson should have made a little bit more. I think he probably could have bounced it just once more and got a bit more carry on the kick. The ball out on the far wing. with Nathan Burke. And he goes long towards half forward. And Madden, ironical cheers. He takes the mark. He's first. And the short pass is pretty good. And he finds Brown on the wing. Long kick by Brown to the 50-metre line. No mark taken. Aitken there to help out the captain. Kernahan can't control the footy. He's close to the boundary line. He's bundled over. The throw-in will take place in that left forward pocket for the Blues. They trail. St Kilda are 12-6. Carlton 9-6. Just under 20 minutes left. Fletcher takes the ball away and kicks it back in towards the centre. Marking contest, and Elvin's got it. Play on. No, he's been awarded the mark, and fortunately for Tom Elvin, he has been given the opportunity to go back and take his kick.
Kick by Elvin to half forward. Back there is Pekin for the Saints. Fires out a good hand pass. Dean Gregg. Half back to half forward. Low, well placed.
Oh!
Copybook mark by Stewie Lowe. A lead by Lockett. Brings it to the front to Harvey. Open goal.
Well, there's some sore bodies getting to their feet after that little contest. Sexton, Dorotich, Lockett was even a little slow getting up. But in front, roving the pack well, Robert Harvey, down from centre wing. What a classic by Stuart Lowe. The knee into the back, eyes only for the ball, no hands in the back. Here's the goal to Harvey.
So the bounce back in the centre. Madden knocked away from it by Vidovic. Aythorne attempted kick off the ground. Brown in there with Nathan Burke. And the umpire calls for a bounce. 13-6 to 9-6. St Kilda just able to steady each time the Blues make a run at them. The margin, 24 points once again. Madden stands his ground. No one can break clear. Brown tries to get out. Little kick off the ground. Bradley. Away it goes to Tarzan. Kick is smothered. Gleeson. Handball. Chance now for O'Sullivan. Oh, should have done it earlier than that, the hand pass. He's still got the footy. Handball's further to no one in particular and gives it away to Burke. Burke will clear. Finds Newport. He drops a sitter. Bradley harasses him out of it. No free kick. Bradley's got it again. Jumper. Pulled off his back nearly. Kick into the pocket. Mark taken by Kernahan. Gee, how often do you hear that? Bradley, short pass. Kernahan mark. Into the pocket proper. DePetta. Shanahan caught. Gets the hand pass away. Cavadon. Oh, crunch to the ground as Cavadon. And the umpire will call for a bounce.
What about that free kick? Should have gone to Newport on centre wing. Against Bradley.
Early stages, third quarter. Saints lead by 4 goals. Haven't beaten Carlton here since 1964. Fletcher in the thick of things. He's buried. Ooh. And the umpire's going to ball it up.
Fraser Brown could have done some damage with that elbow. He used it as a means of self-protection as he went in for that pack, but it was high.
And Brown has been a pretty good player. 19 possessions. Cavadon wins the tap, but the ball straight back out of bounds in the forward pocket. Carlton in attack. They need something from this. They trail by 4 goals.
They haven't really been able to get a succession of goals, have they? They've been able to ping away, one here, one there, but not a succession of goals. O'Sullivan not going anywhere. Neither was Aitken. The ball rebounds. DePetta. Opportunity for Scholl. Close to the boundary line. Got the footy, but Burke was there for St Kilda. And a boundary throw-in will take place. Brett Scholl, prominent early in the game. Shanahan. Cavadon. At the back, Pekin. Lovely little hand pass over the top. Gives Bowie some space. Kicked by that player to the wing. Hanna backs himself. But look at the fickle bounce of this oval ball that is just so hard to predict as Winmar kicks the ball towards full forward. Sexton, one of his rare touches. Low. Bumped off it by Spalding. Gleeson. Lovely little hand pass to Elvin. The advantage has been paid. Elvin's kick in towards the centre. Aitken and Grant. punched away. At the bottom was Tarzan. Attempted there by Harvey. Hand pass to Newport. Newport with time to set it up. Kicks towards half forward. Here's a goal coming up. Winmar gives it away. Oh, he should have had a shot. Dorotich over the top to Sexton. Sexton's kick through Burke. Out towards the wing. Aitken must go, and he goes hard. But so does this little terrier. What a goer Nathan Burke is. He's still in the action as Fraser Brown gets in there for Carlton and forces the ball over for a boundary throw-in. No questions on the courage of the players out there. They're all having a real go at it for their respective teams.
Ruckman lean into each other here. Tarkson, long kick. Inside the 50. It bounces on. Kernahan, some chance. DePetta back there for St Kilda. Keeps the ball in. Now Aitken. And we'll have a throw in on the 50. That was a strange one, Winmar. He seemed to lose touch of where he was, and he really short passed to a leading Dorotich. And he doesn't look all that flash at the moment, Winmar. He did leave the ground here against Fitzroy 5 days ago, and I think came into the game with some doubt about a hamstring. There he is. Hannah's been with him all day, but Winmar has been a little bit quiet, 9 possessions. Round the boundary line they go. Tarkson and Harvey, and out at centre wing. Bit of aggro creeping in. It's been a tough game.
Yes, it's been played in very, very good spirit. Madden at the back, but Vidovic, who's done a pretty good job for St Kilda. Madden gets the tap down. Harvey's there, tackled by Scholl, not really effective. Kick goes towards the left half forward by Tarzan. Tap on by Cavanon, tap on by Kernahan. Chance for the Blues, right in front of their goal. Still a chance for Carlton.
He's being held, isn't he?
Morris, Kernahan gets in there. Still the ball close to the boundary line, eventually pushed over by Russell Morris.
Was Morris holding Kernahan as they were running for that ball?
Russell Morris, the play in the right forward pocket for Carlton. Cavanon tries to take it out of the air. Gleeson's tackle, not bad on Shanahan. Chance for Athorn. Check side kick, goes into the opposite forward pocket. Chance for Hogg, falls over at a critical stage. Brown, Grant, still Hogg, Arsiri, ball difficult to control. Fletcher, ball gets tangled up under Fletcher's legs, and the umpire surely will have to call for a bounce. No, it's gone over. Boundary throw in left forward pocket for Carlton.
Well, they've kicked 1 goal, 1 each at the start of this quarter in about 12 minutes of football. And as Robbo said, it's pretty hard to get a clean possession. It's tight in the clinches. Scholl. Kernahan in the pocket. Oh, great mark.
Been a good battle between those two, Morris and Kernahan. 6 marks to Stephen Kernahan.
Kicked 2 goals in the second quarter, Stephen Kernahan. And going for his 3rd here to narrow the gap to 3 goals.
How much daylight drew between those sticks.
The posts are almost so close together the ball might stick.
He's probably kicked 100 of them from that pocket at practice.
Good view of it, but not a good kick from Kernahan's point of view. He's kicked 2-2. But he is a fantastic mark. We've got 2 of the best marks in football. Stuart Lowe at one end and Stephen Kernahan at the other.
Yes, and Stephen Kernahan in his 5 years at Carlton has been a fantastic player for the club. Great leader. Morris kicks in. Comes to this near side. Madden. Oh, he's taken it again.
Second mark.
How about the confidence now, Don? It must be uplifting to do something like that.
Just shot it with that kick, though.
Tarzan. Gleeson caught with a football. Greg tries a little tap on. No, it doesn't quite work. Gives it away. Tarzan further back. Madden, his 3rd possession in the quarter. He's kicked towards full forward. No mark taken. St Kilda defence under pressure. In goes Arsiri. In goes Shanahan. Fletcher there. Scholl tries to spin out of trouble. Still close to the boundary line. Arsiri gives it away. O'Sullivan. Shot for goal is a crackerjack goal. Oh, was he pumped up? 2 goals to Luke O'Sullivan, and haven't they been unbelievable kicks?
Well, he kicked one in the second quarter. It was a lifter. Here's Scholl involved. Arceri over the top. Now Sullivan finds space. He doesn't really look at goal. He just slaps it on its boot. And as the other did, it swung left to right. Coming back from suspension, Luke O'Sullivan.
Well, that gather on the boundary line and handball in by Arceri might nearly decide this game, setting up a goal when a lot of players thought the ball was probably going out. 17 points the margin, St Kilda in front.
Tell you what, Madden is starting to have an influence.
Tim Allen about to come on for St Kilda, and Vidovic, the runner's running out there, so I think they're going to make a change in the ruck.
Kick by Madden to Kernahan. Not this time. Gleeson tried to keep it going forward. O'Sullivan again with a chance. Fode under pressure. The umpire will ball it up. Well, Allen came on after half-time last week and rucked in the third quarter and was superb. And he might be given the task to replace Vidovic the same way this time.
It would be a problem, Drew, because of his mobility.
Fletcher, was he holding it? No. Comes off to Greg. Kick it. He's been totally absent today. Well played, Bradley. He kept over that ball beautifully. Tries to hook it back for himself. Allen's in there. Bradley again. Caught by Kickett. Tarkson to Madden. He's had a lot of it this quarter, Justin Madden. But now here's Gordon Fode.
Yes, not quite enough vision there by Justin Madden. He had a player in short, elected to go for the kick. Here's DePetta, up towards
that's
forward.
a free
Goes
kick.
through all players, a free kick as Don Scott has picked. And it will go to Stuart Lowe, back near the centre.
Wow. You understand why he's shaking the head.
Now Lowe, short, too high for Devonport? No, he marks. Bradley just a little late on the scene. And Devonport a real chance to score from here. Kicks with good penetration, Craig Devonport. 13-6 plays 10-7. It's a critical kick. It's a long one. It's a floater. And it floats away to the left. And through for his second behind of the day.
4 goals last week, Craig Devonport. A little quiet though today.
Kick in to be done by Dorotich.
Carlton breaking, playing the huddle.
Huge pack here. Lowe split them apart. Well, he's incredible. That's his 7th mark for the day. 14 possessions, coming up for his 11th kick in the path of Lockett. Well, he lost 20 metres with that. Madden gave a blind hand pass to Gleeson. Cut out by Newport. He loses it in the tackle. The crumbs to Scholl. Kicked by Scholl to Kernahan. Well done, Morris. Aitken after this with Grant.
Well done, Aiken.
Kernahan back to Scholl.
Oh,
He's waited too long and he's lost it. Grant up the ground to Newport. Kicker takes the mark. His hand pass too slick for Pekin. Now they've lost it. Gleeson. Arceri. DePetta. It comes to DePetta again.
Brilliant
the hand pass
Fletcher.
is good. Harvey runs away from Hogg. Wide for Lockett. Very wide.
Fletcher's tap down at centre-half back was a fantastic option to give to Petter a clear path. And they've got the ball in their right forward pocket, the Saints. They lead by 3 goals. Big punch by Lowe. Dorotich. Oh, dispossessed by Bowie. He's over. Oh, there's a free kick. And Dorotich telling everyone that he probably should have got one. But it's going to Hogg in the back pocket for the Blues. Hogg's kick wide. Half-back flank, marking contest, and Cavidan could be nearly paid. He is. Short kick, centre-half back. Must get this, it's Aythorne. And he runs on through centre-half back. Kicks the ball towards centre-half forward. Kernahan gets rid of Morris, but Grant ever reliable. Back at centre-half back, kicks it wide. Pekin marks on the 50-metre line. Saints get out of trouble. Steadying beautifully. Short kick. Not too bad. Oh no, Shanahan lost it in the sun maybe. Bradley's tackle not bad. Shanahan goes back to Pekin. Pekin forced to kick quickly. And well done, Fletcher, marking in front of his face. He plays on quickly and kicks it to left half forward. Sexton takes a good mark in front of Devonport.
Actually, Lockett hasn't kicked any more goals since Sexton was taken off him. Lockett still has 6. Aitken in the middle going backwards. Grant with him. Gleeson comes to Harvey. Keeps the Saints going forward. Devonport's hand pass to Newport. Blocked by Brown. Dive by Pekin, no mark. Is he holding it? Crowd thinks so. No whistle. Umpire still letting it go. Now he's going to ball it up.
It's an interesting half-forward line they've got, Carlton, with Cavidan and Aitken. They certainly do lack the mobility. They must be there for their strength. You can see there, I don't think he's terribly well either, Cavidan. He's really not up with it at the moment.
7 minutes remaining to three-quarter time. O'Sullivan's kicked wide into the crowd, and it'll be a free kick to DePetta.
The right back pocket for Carlton. Harvey marks further downfield. So St Kilda still with possession. Harvey thumps away towards the wing. No mark taken. Allen. Oh, that could nearly be a free kick to Allen against Madden. And that's the way the umpire sees it. Tim Allen.
Arseri coming off.
Tim Allen's kick to half forward. No mark taken. Back there. Oh, Hock goes down. He got up very, very quickly. Shares it away with Hannah at centre half back. In turn he goes wider. Sexton has run nicely. He must kick it beautifully. He must to Aitken. No, it's Scholl. Taken away by Harvey. Scholl looks as though he's lost a bit of confidence. Harvey away to Morris. Kernahan. Chance for Fode. O'Sullivan's got him. He gets the handball away. Still St Kilda to win the football on centre wing. Sexton courage. Oh. Still lots of courage. Well done by Sexton. Ball on centre wing. Fode caught. No, too high, says the umpire. And the Carlton fans scream.
Gee, you certainly got to earn those free kicks. There was one on Sexton. It wasn't paid. Now Fode has certainly earned that. Ratton's just come on.
Scholl off the ground for Ratton.
And Stephen Clark coming on for St Kilda, warming up.
Free kick to Fode.
To half forward. Lowe kept out of it by Spalding. Madden dispossessed. It comes to Stewie Lowe.
Oh, threw it, didn't he?
Kick it. Grabs Alvin. Alvin plays it well. He's kicked to half forward. Kernahan. DePetta. Been right in the play in this third quarter. Harvey. Is he holding it? Comes to Kernahan. They keep it moving. Oh. Umpire's keeping it moving.
Fantastic.
Here's Allen.
Oh.
Slips the tackle of Kernahan. The kick to centre wing. Gregg to Pekin. He's bumped down by Tarkson. Lowe's hand pass to a running Bowie. But Hogg takes the ball. Away to Tarkson. It's only 2-1 in this quarter. Not much scoring, but fantastic footy.
Still at half-back. Down goes Newport. Oh, bang with the elbow.
He'll get up. He's tough. He got whacked earlier by Dorotich.
Oh, look at the eye.
There he cops the other.
Newport just behind the wing. Kicks it towards half forward. Lowe tries to crash his way through. Gleeson. Tarzan. Can't quite get clear. Flips it out the back to the advantage of St Kilda. Bowie. Kicked by that player into the pocket. Back goes Spalding and marks in that back pocket. He could transfer play here to the advantage of Carlton. The kick has got to be good. It is. Elvin at centre half back. Plays on. Blues must mount out of this. Up towards half forward. Mark is taken by Aitken. Just wide of centre half forward. Plays on quickly now and kicks it to the goal front. Kernahan and Morris. Kernahan's got it. What a great mark.
Davenport's gone off to St Kilda. Stephen Clark coming on. And there must be a question over that eye of Newport if it's bleeding. It's left it at the discretion of the doctor as to whether he goes off to stop the blood flow.
Well, Kernahan, if he kicks this goal, will make the difference just 12 points. And we can look forward to a fantastic last 30 minutes Kernahan from 12 metres kicks the goal. 3 goals to Stephen Kernahan, 6 goals at the other end to Tony Lockett, and the 2 big number 4s having an impact on this game.
Well, he's the leading goal kicker at Carlton. Here's Aiken. Oh, this is a pressure-packed game. Kernahan, there is no better man in league football to take a pressure kick for goal. Used his body well, just got Morris out of the road. His third.
Well, the 2 number 4s, Kernahan and Lockett, are opposing skippers, full forwards, leading goal kickers for their respective side today. Low to Bradley. Carlton into attack again, and a chance to get closer. It's tapped forward by Cavidan. Diulio right in front, kicks it.
Well, they're only 1 goal behind Carlton. They've really dragged this score back. They were 30 points behind at one stage in the second quarter, and they've played catch-up football. Diulio, been on and off the ground today, goes in for his first. Rookie of the year in the VFA last year. Madden to do battle against Lowe. Allen at centre-half forward for St Kilda.
Oh, brilliant tap on by Cavidan there to set it up for Diulio. Back in the centre, Madden goes for the tap out, doesn't go to anyone in particular. He goes in after it again. Ratton, the football underneath, Nathan Burke in there for St Kilda. And the umpire forced to call for a bounce. Just a goal in it. And it's been a fantastic game right from the start. 7 goals to 4 in favour of St Kilda in the first term. And then the margin out to about 30 points. At centre-half forward, Alvin. Gleeson a good bump. Little kick off the ground attempted by Aythorne. In goes Kickett. Alvin desperate. Holds the football in, and umpire Cameron will bounce.
Two minutes remaining to three-quarter time. 1 straight kick the difference. Carlton have added 4-2 to 1-2 in this quarter. Bradley flicks the ball out the back. Somehow gets it to Aythorne. On the run, O'Sullivan. He hauls it in brilliantly and goes for the goal. And the score's a level.
What inspiring stuff for his 3rd goal. O'Sullivan, the ball ran truly for him. I thought he might have gone a little bit too far, but then he slapped the ball on the ground. Here it is, Bradley underneath. Aythorne acquired quick, and there he is, one hand. When's he going to bounce it? He finally does. The score's a level.
Oh, what a game, Drew.
Sensational.
Scores level in the last minute and a half of the third quarter. Hannah can't quite mark. Sexton does well. He has fought back after being thrashed by Lockett. The ball at centre-half forward. Grant, good stuff, good pressure, Aitken. O'Sullivan, has he kicked 4? He has kicked 4 goals. And more importantly, he's put the Blues in front.
Well, it's his 3rd goal in this quarter, and that goal was luck. Just luck. Watch this, the ball coming, but you need luck in football, especially these pressure games. Here he is, he just goes onto the boot. It bounces over the head of Morris and Kernahan, and the bounce is true for Carlton.
You know what's good about him, Don? He gets good distances with his kicks from not a very long start.
Moves out of the middle again. Gleeson. Kernahan charged at it and missed it. Diulio missed it.
This crowd certainly come alive now.
You ought to watch the crowd when the kick goes towards goal. They all jump up in the air and then they all come back down to earth.
Oh, fantastic stuff. What a charge by the Blues. Defending a perfect record over 28 years against St Kilda at Princes Park. And interesting that Ken Sheldon's coaching St Kilda, and he was a Carlton player when they helped set up that record.
3 goals in 3 minutes to Carlton.
Kick in towards centre-half back. Sexton can't mark. Fode Tries to tap it to his advantage. In goes Brown. Determination. He's caught with the football. Fode. Little hand pass. Ratton pressure. Bradley kick off the ground. Ball comes wide to the wing. Chance for Cavadon. Very skilled young player. Has a good look. Kicks it in the Kernahan direction. And he nearly got it. Aitken. Can he kick a goal? He shrugs the tackle. And he kicks it. And he's dogged it. It's another Carlton goal.
Well, he's only kicked 9 goals in his career. Prior to today, he's kicked 2 in the third quarter. Ian Aitken, he could have gone over the top of the handball. He just didn't think quick enough. Watch it here. Kernahan flies, comes to Aitken. There's O'Sullivan calling for it. He could have put it over. Oh, DiIulio, I should say. He could have put it over to make sure.
Back in the middle with just 10 seconds remaining in the third quarter. A sensational burst by the Blues. Winmar to Allen. Have the Saints run out of time? I think so. Lockett has to mark this. The siren beat him. They ran out of time by a split second. Lockett went goalless in that quarter. Hardly got the football.
Now the ball was in flight.
No mark.
There's no mark because the ball was in flight as the siren went.
What a quarter by Carlton. They started the term down by 4 goals. And now they are 15-8 to 13 goals 7.
So the last quarter about to start at Princes Park. The Blues have an advantage. They trailed for most of the first 3 quarters. Now a chance for St Kilda. Harvey. His kick is smothered. Brown and Burke. Kick off the ground by Brown, not bad. DiPetta, dispossessed. In goes Brown again, but he was going nowhere, and the umpire will call for a bounce just forward of the wing. And Ian Aitken does look a little crook. Gerard Healy.
Yes, well, I've been told by the Carlton doctor that he's finished. He's got a crook right hamstring, just a slight strain.
Big pack around this. Actually, Fletcher.
Oh, Nick.
Free kick to Athorn against Vidovic. Kernahan, 1 out with Morris. Pushed to the ground. Crowd calling for the free, nothing doing. Tark's on there for Carlton, just inside the boundary line. He goes for the goal. He's got players in support, didn't look for them. Well done by Pekin. It's into the behind post for a throw-in.
See, Cavadon was in the goal square on his own, and Tarzan perhaps couldn't sight him.
98 to 85, Carlton in front. And in attack, Pekin, a good little hand pass to Harvey. Away to Gregg. Good move by St Kilda. Vidovic dashing away from Madden in the centre. Up towards centre half forward. Lowe's got it. Mark paid, yes.
Got a few whacks around the head today, Stuart Lowe. He certainly would have a headache after the game. Here it is. Juggles it. Not quite in control, but he is at the 3rd or 4th attempt. 8 marks for the game, Stuart Lowe.
He leads the competition in marks by 20. 58, and next best is 38. Prior to today.
Certainly a dominant feature of his game, isn't it?
Good kick. His 3rd goal.
And a very good goal as St Kilda make another change. Stick Clark's coming off, or on. Coming off is Fode. But that was a real pressure kick from the centre half forward. Breaking from the back pocket. Gregg, Vidovic, and a juggled mark here by Lowe. The Carlton guys could have made a better attempt.
So the advantage, Carlton, 7 points. Harvey dispossessed, Ratton the tackler. In goes Grant, he's held in. Fletcher has the football underneath. Ratton gets his foot to the ball and clears it wide. The race is now on. Shanahan under pressure, taps it in front of himself, and he's quite happy to see it go over for a throw-in just outside 50 metres, right half forward for the Blues. 15-8 plays 14-7. Just the early stages of the last quarter. Capacity crowd at Princes Park. The gates were locked early. Chance for Fletcher. Kicks it back in towards the centre of the ground. Oh, tough stuff.
He's 3rd
Alvin
time.
and Newport. And Stephen Newport,
Wow.
fantastic, but he's in trouble.
I don't know if he'll get up this time. Geez, brave
it was
Newport.
a fantastic effort.
He's got one under the, he's got a mouse under one eye. Look at him,
Well, he's
Dorotich
cooked
went
now.
through him. I don't think he'll play on. He can't. That's 3 heavy knocks. Here it is.
And in the head area too.
Well, actually, Elvin was going for the ball.
Low again. Couldn't snap it back far enough.
And they're taking Newport off the other side of the ground, Drew. He won't go through the interchange bench. Now, there's a little bit of confusion, though. Kickett's coming on. They've woken up to what's happening. Kickett's coming on through interchange.
Dorotich kicks the ball back into play to the near side. The umpire has held up play, maybe because of the condition of Newport, but he's outside the boundary line, so surely that wouldn't.
They've got the stretcher over there, Ian.
Well, umpire Peter Cameron now giving the all clear, and we have another look now at Elvin.
He can still raise his smiles, Stephen, as he walks around the boundary line.
The kick in has been taken by Hogg. He runs through half-back, kicks it in towards the centre. Mark is taken by Madden, shares it with Aythorne. Aythorne, Elvin, over the top. Handball, not too bad either. Bradley, ordinary kick by that player. At Kernahan's feet, taps it out the back. Peakin's a chance. He's caught by Scholl. Tarzan in there. Harvey for St Kilda. Down goes Grant. The tackling, even though it's fierce, it's also very, very effective, and players just going nowhere when they've got the football. The umpire calls for a bounce at centre half forward for Carlton.
I wonder whether Bradley will get into the game now, because Newport has been his tag, and Newport off the ground, and Bradley just picked up his first position since Newport went off.
And the interesting thing is they both had 13 possessions, and that's below average for Bradley, so he certainly has been tagged and kept quiet. Harvey up towards centre wing. Allen, Sexton with him. Oh, he put him in a headlock. No whistle for that, a throw-in.
Gee, he was lucky he didn't get penalised for purposely pushing the ball over the boundary line.
Vidovic and Madden. Justin Madden wins it. Sexton went without it. Aythorne hard at the ball. Off the ground, Gleeson. Burke for St Kilda. Brown did well to tie that ball in. It comes back to Brown. Over the top to Gleeson. Great footy, Carlton. But he missed it.
Could he have got a free kick? As he got rid of the ball, he was dumped to the ground.
Well, he had a shot in the first quarter that you thought he should have kicked, but
No, a little bit of an act there.
fairly soft. But that's another goal that he perhaps should have kicked. That mark to Fletcher was a good one over Brown. And he's done pretty well, Fletcher, coming up for kick number 14. Kicks it wide. Allen, good effort. Marks between wing and half forward. And goes long. Inside 50. Dorotich gets back. Winmar, he's got to kick this. He runs into an open goal and bangs it through.
Well, he has had a quiet day, Nicky Winmar, the man on screen there. 2 goals last week, but on that occasion, anticipation personified as he read that off the hands of the pack. Allen, the long bomb. Watch Winmar. Pack flies. In actual fact, Hannah, who is Winmar's immediate opponent, was in that pack. Winmar waiting down, takes it for his first.
1 point the difference with 19 minutes remaining. The Blues clinging to a narrow lead. Madden. Brown. Been a top possession winner, but he loses it to Harvey. Harvey goes long. Lockett's been out of it for a quarter and a bit. Not this time either. Winmar again. Another goal. The Saints in front.
In the space of 30 seconds, his second goal. We haven't seen him all day. And he's broken loose. He's the type of player you've got to keep a tight rein on. A battle again in the centre. Brown. Harvey, the long bomb, looking for Lockett. Lockett just can't control it. And there's Winmar taking it out of Lockett's hands. His second goal.
And two players that Sheldon asked to lift, Harvey and Winmar, have been very, very good so far in this quarter. 104 plays 99. Vidovic dispossessed. Hogg for Carlton. A high kick. Gleeson leads in the race. The bounce is a little awkward. Onto it runs Bradley. Shrugs the tackle. Craig Bradley loves these. Just pushed at the last second. Oh, it nearly went through anyway. Just missed to the right. Craig Bradley's first score for the day, one behind, and Stephen Newport we saw in trouble earlier. Jared Healy.
Yes, the St Kilda medical staff thought it was wise to take him off the ground. He has taken 3 to 4 knocks around the head. Whilst he wasn't unconscious, they thought in his best interest to remove him from the ground.
And it was good to see him having a smile with the trainers as he was leaving the ground. Morris kicks in. Comes to the back to Tarkson, to Brown. Here's kick to full forward. Kernahan and Morris. At the back, Fletcher. He wants to find the boundary line. Oh, he's over it. Ooh, a critical decision from umpire Cameron. He's going to ball it up. St Kilda by 4 points. Kernahan keeps the ball in. Fletcher rushes it behind.
Been a little quiet there, Adrian Fletcher, since the first quarter. He had an electrifying first quarter.
Well, behind might be quite critical in the final analysis. Carlton just catching up ever so slightly. They trail by 3 points. Short kick in. Grant, good mark. O'Sullivan just a little late. And Grant at half-back for St Kilda. Plays on now and kicks it towards centre wing. Marking contest. Madden can't get it. Free kick picked out of it. And it's going to be taken by...
Is that Allen that's down? He doesn't look too good.
Allen for St Kilda. Interfered with in the marking contest. Short pass. Greg Burke running beautifully. Up towards 50 metres. Thumps it in the Lockett direction. The big boys have got the sit. Punched away. Oh, Alvin, down he goes. Lockett, you were a little too keen. It was high. But the umpire is going to bounce.
Was on the wrong side of the pack.
Gee whiz. He was 3 metres away. Still, he's decided to bounce it at centre half forward for St Kilda. Well within scoring distance for the Saints. Madden, a good tap. Ratton, dispossessed. Gets the hand pass away. Tarzan, back towards the wing. O'Sullivan gets the lovely little hand pass to Bradley. Bradley wider still. Kernahan's got 3 or 4 metres on Morris. Handballs to himself. Goes on, the bounce was very kind.
Oh, don't
and
tell
he
me.
kicked a miracle goal.
Oh.
Well, arrogance by Stephen Kernahan in the right forward pocket. And it all came off for the captain.
Well, Bradley has certainly shaken the shackles of Newport. There he is, his third possession since Newport's gone off. But what's his bit of play? The handball. And look at that, the check side. Oh, unbelievable. Sullivan has been in the hands of trainers, but he looks as if he's all right.
A superb goal by Stephen Kernahan, and the Blues lead by 3 points. The skipper's got 4. Fletcher taken high, free kick. What a goal that was by Kernahan. Bounced to himself and then kicked it with the outside of his foot. Beacon, 107 to 104, Carlton leading. Lowe works to the front, can't mark. Alvin. Tommy Alvin trying to get clear. Well, even though St Kilda haven't won here for 28 years, they got within a point twice in the last 5 years.
Too far.
He's gone too far, as Milhanna. So they have had some thrillers at this ground, these two.
He doesn't mind a controversial decision, umpire Peter Cameron, does he?
So the hit outs, as you can see there, favouring Carlton mainly. Well, it is the dominance of Madden.
So it's Devonport for St Kilda. 55 metres out, a mighty kick. Lockett. Off the hands and a behind. The margin 2 points.
Big Tony Lockett will have to pull something extra out of the bag. He kicked 6 goals in the first half. Goalless in the third quarter. And still to kick one in this last quarter.
Carlton playing the huddle at centre-half back.
Dorotic. Kick just, ever so nice to Bradley. Beautifully weighted. And Bradley, his first mark for the day, but more importantly, as Don Scott has mentioned, Newport off the ground, Bradley a relieved man.
Kick by Bradley. Cavidan can't take the mark. Chance for Sexton, number 14. He's got Brown in support. O'Sullivan kicked 3 brilliant goals in the third quarter. Pekin takes it away. Brown for Carlton. Great hand pass. DiIulio had to wait for the bouncing ball. Shows a bit of toe round the boundary line, but kicks it out.
Actually, it's a compliment to Luke O'Sullivan after kicking 3 goals in the third quarter that Ken Sheldon would place Tim Pekin onto him and a tagging role.
Davenport off, and Fode has come onto the forward line for St Kilda.
Fletcher able to get his kick away, back in towards the centre. Madden can't mark, Ratton's a chance, dispossessed by Greg. Hand pass goes over to Vidovic, and Vidovic a little slow, but gets his kick towards full forward. Low! He's got it! Not paid. Hogg kicks quickly back towards the centre where Sexton marks.
3 on 1.
Plays on. 3 on 1 as Don has said. Out it goes to Brown. I thought so. To Low. Brown's kicked the centre half forward. Tar's on. Can't mark. Oh, lovely tap Cavidan, but it didn't come off. Maybe Brown not awake to it. Ball rebounds. Fletcher. Little slow. Kick towards centre half forward. The magical Winmar. Still the ball to be won. Attempted kick off the ground wasn't too bad by Hogg. No one doing much with the footy. St Kilda players appealing for the free kick, but umpire Cameron will bounce. 16-11 to 16-9. Carlton by 2 points, and we're halfway through the last quarter.
Bounce on the edge of the centre square. Whoa! Allen flew high for that. Came down with it, but couldn't get it clear.
Both sides playing with a 4-man forward line now.
Well, which team is going to crack? Nothing in this game. Vidovic punches out. Clark hardly had the ball all day. Stephen Clark, but kicks a goal! And the Saints have hit the front, lead by 4 points.
Well, he's been on the bench most of the day, Stephen Clark. An important goal. Here it comes. He was going to be paid the free kick because he was legged, as you can see there, but still plays on, takes advantage. And the gutsy little rover started at Essendon, Melbourne, now at St Kilda. Kicks his first for the game.
So St Kilda back in front. 4 points their advantage. Centre breaks, ever so important now. Good bounce. Madden favoured. Gets the ball down. Brown held. Too high. Oh, it took a long time for the whistle to be blown.
Well, Peter Cameron fell down. Actual fact, I think Peter Cameron's hurt himself. He's got the wobbles up.
And umpire Shane Harris just settling
maybe
the players down. He's watching. I think
maybe
he's
somebody
watching
ran into Cameron, actually, and that's why he's got the wobbles up. He's like a punch-drunk boxer.
And umpire Harris holding play up a little bit to give Cameron the chance to recover, which is pretty good. Brown's short pass, okay. Ratton unattended, runs on and goes long. A floater, no mark. Cavidan, it's hurried through for a behind. Difference, 3 points in favour of St Kilda. What a struggle. Either side would be stiff to lose, wouldn't they?
Well, it's been a great contest. Saints led by 4 goals at half-time. At that stage, Lockett had kicked 6-2, and he hasn't added. Kick in, Grant takes the mark. St Kilda lead by 3 points. We've got just over 12 minutes remaining. Kick by Grant to centre wing. Low, well up the ground. Comes through to the back to Clark. There's going to be a free kick to Low. I think he might have preferred the kick earlier on when he took a mark about 20 metres from goal. Not paid, that mark. Up towards half forward. Allen in the chop and over the top of Madden. Takes a great mark. Tim Allen, a poor kick to follow a good mark. Bowie. Gleeson for Carlton. Allen again, number 17, showing terrific skills. Harvey on the 50-metre line. Ratton gets it out of there for Carlton. Brown, little hand pass is good for Spalding. Collision coming up. Whoa, down goes Spalding from low. The tap to Madden.
Both are all right.
A very high ball. What a mark by Pekin.
Off to Kickett's hand pass. Fletcher, wide on the wing. Kicks the ball to centre half forward. It's not bad. No mark taken. Ball runs free. Desperate stuff shown by Burke. Handball away, low, 50 metres from goal. Stewart Lowe has kicked the behind. 3 goals, 3 to the big centre half forward. 15 kicks, 8 marks. And you'd consider that a reasonable effort in anyone's language as Dorotich prepares to kick it back in. He goes for Hannah and he finds Hannah. He's a wonderful player, Hannah. He sets it up. Bradley towards full forward. Kernahan can't mark. It goes to the back where Grant mops up. O'Sullivan a little late. The ball close to the boundary line. Morris sees it over and it's in the right forward pocket for Carlton. They trail by 4 points and we've got just over 10 minutes left in the game.
Lucky not to be deemed as deliberate. Grant going for the boundary line.
Shanahan and Cavidan. Shanahan gets the tap down. Gleeson just gets his left foot to it. Goes nowhere. Knocked back in the Gleeson direction. And he's bundled over with the football. Boundary throw in 50 metres from the Carlton goal.
It's good play by Grant.
23 possessions, Adrian Gleeson. Cavidan and Shanahan. Oh, Cavidan, clever. Took a biff for his trouble too. Pekin goes backwards to Clark. First kick of the game, he scored the goal that put the Saints back in front. Up over centre wing. Lowe, quick to recover. Gathers the bouncing ball beautifully, but his hand passes to Madden. He takes a week. Slides the hand pass away. Eventually to Alvin. Hogg. Crunched down by Lowe. Crowd thought late. Tarkson high. Good pick up, Bradley. Hand pass delightful. O'Sullivan back to Bradley. High kick. Kernahan a chance here. No mark. At the front, the hand pass couldn't come clear. It comes to Brown. He flashes a hand pass through to Julio. He goes! And Carlton back in front.
His second goal. Julio.
Set it up, Brown. What a handball by Fraser Brown.
What an exciting game. 2 points of difference. Kernahan a great attempt. Shoal in there. The ball will spill out. Maybe a free kick against Kernahan. But Brown gets onto it and finds Julio. Ron Julio on and off the bench, his second.
Oh, what a game of football at Princes Park. The Blues lead by 2 points. Here go the Saints once again. Kick off the ground by Bradley. Gather is by O'Sullivan. Kick under pressure to half forward. Tap on is by Cavidan. Still the ball to be won. Here's Kernahan, the captain. Gets the handball out. Under pressure was DePetta. Ball goes towards Gleeson, but Cavidan's got it. Handball away to no one. Greg for St Kilda. In towards the centre. Vidovic. Oh, kick off the ground by Spalding. Could have nearly been deemed in danger. Shrugs 2. Gets it away. Bradley again. He's irrepressible, great Bradley. Kicks the ball to centre half forward. No mark taken. Saints defence under pressure. Shanahan, kick it. Clark, Grant. And the football is so difficult to control because of what these players are putting into it.
They've gone at it since the bell started. This game has just been fantastic.
And in this last quarter, we've had 8 changes of the lead in the last quarter. Carlton at the moment up by 2.
Free kick.
Throw.
Adrian Gleeson with a free kick just outside 50. Thumps it long. Won't make it. Kernahan to the front. Harvey for St Kilda. Robert Harvey towards the outer side. Oh, good mark taken by Aythorne. Loses his strides, wants to go on with it.
He was trying.
Well, if he's playing on in his court, isn't he holding it?
Well, the player had him before he got going.
Mark Aythorne at his 4th league club. No mark. Russell Morris out of defence for St Kilda. Towards the centre of the ground. Bradley's lifted since Newport left the ground. Here's Aythorne. Caught in a good tackle. Goes back with the hand pass. Vidovic for St Kilda. Madden tries to soccer away. Brown's hand pass blocked. We'll have a ball up in the centre of the ground. Carlton 114, St Kilda 112, 7 minutes left.
Where Carlton are falling down is right on their full forward line. The ball coming down high, but they've got no crummers to take the ball away.
Bounce near the centre, favours Madden, big punch, certainly an advantage for the Blues now. St Kilda's defence under pressure. Greg gets it to kick it. Kick it, this is an important possession. Gleeson near the centre, Clark onto it again. Tries to get the handball to Allen, a little slow and deemed as a little rugby pass. A free kick to Carlton taken by Bradley, and he has probably 10 possessions so far in this last quarter.
He's played well, this fellow.
Harvey, kick wide towards half-back. Winmar thumps it long towards half-forward. Fode back on the ground, he's got it. He's going to get tackled, no. He's able to slip Elvin and Hannah and kicks St Kilda within goal-scoring distance. Lockett crashes his way through the pack. Lowe is there. The handball is astray. Sexton, now Gleeson, and Carlton get clear. Hannah marks on the far half-back flank. Short pass is okay. The mark is taken by O'Sullivan.
Oh, haven't these two teams played some games down the years? There've been 2 one-pointers here in the last 5 years. There was a game at Moravian. Oh, look at DiUlio. The VFA recruit, a top mark. He goes long with his kick. They get back to spoil Kernahan. He can't take the mark. Brown a chance. Great trap by Kickett. Fletcher. Space for Winmar. Gap being closed by Aythorne. Into Kickett for the second time in the movement. To Lowe. Taken away by Spalding. Lowe still a chance. Hannah fumbles. Aythorne blocked by Stewie Lowe. He's taken out of it by Spalding. Aythorne. Brown unmarked at centre wing.
And he runs away, Fraser Brown, coming up for his 17th kick. Not too bad. In towards half-forward, nearly a miraculous mark to Scholl. Away to Ratton. Ratton slips away from Fletcher and kicks it into the forward line where DiUlio has marked inside 50 metres.
Well, he's certainly come into the game in the critical stages. DiUlio been on and off the bench today.
And you really can't criticise specifics, but one wonders whether Eldo De Petta is a back pocket player or half-back flanker. DiUlio, shot for goal is home. 3 goals to Ron DiUlio. And he must think that Christmas has come early.
Well, I'm not going to say that's the sealer. There's still 4.5 minutes. We've had 8 or 9 changes to the lead in this the last quarter. There's DiUlio, a good kick to put it out in front. And De Petta coming off and Davenport on.
Well, Ron DiUlio, the recruit from Box Hill. 3 goals and Carlton lead by 8 points. St Kilda go into attack though. Bowie over the ball, the umpire will ball it up.
Davenport's gone into the back pocket.
Well, perhaps St Kilda are struggling to find a back pocket because Davenport hasn't shown in the past that that's his go. Tarkson wrestled to the ground and the umpire will ball it up. Ken Sheldon was looking frustrated there. A man with so many deeds for Carlton and premiership sides, and now he's trying to beat his old team from the coach's box, but he trails. It's not all over yet though. Kick it on the 50. Dale Kickett went a fair way and then kicked a behind. They still need 2 goals to win.
Well, he had a go, Dale Kickett, and that was good. He's had a reasonably quiet day, only 8 possessions. But gee whiz, he could have put his name in lights there. Dorotich kicks into the back pocket where Brown has run nicely. His kick, looks for Hannah and finds that player.
Well held up by Winmar. Will Hannah was looking to play on.
Consistent player, Hannah, now for Carlton over the years. Been a little ordinary, but does it very well. There's a bit of a messy bit of football there between Brown and Ratton. And the ball goes over for a boundary throw-in. Fraser Brown, 31 possessions, 18 kicks and 13 handballs, and has also kicked a goal. Madden just gets rid of Vidovic and then hangs onto him. The big ruckman, he bashes it back over the boundary line. and wastes some precious seconds. 2 minutes 40 left in the game. David Parker and his helpers. Madden, Greg over the top. Chance now for Allen to get the ball to Fletcher. Fletcher's kick to centre half forward. Spalding gets rid of Lowe, and Lowe will take the free kick.
Yes,
it was all too illegal, Big Earl. Lowe kicks in the Lockett direction. Hasn't had many touches, and he still fails to get it. And the Carlton players run it out. Bradley gets it well outside 50. The race is on. Here comes Kickett. Oh, he's well tackled by Hogg. And Hogg is rewarded with the free kick.
Might be 50.
Desperate stuff by the Blues. Under 2 minutes left, Hogg with the ball at halfback.
He's got to hug the boundary line.
Well, the excitement level is at fever pitch. Tarkson behind the wing. Carlton have the lead, slowing it up. They lead by 7 points. High ball to half forward. Kernahan climbs. Not quite. Comes back to him. Stephen Kernahan kicks out of bounds.
Kilda.
Still a chance, I suppose. 1:20 left.
Well, they've got to try and open it up somehow, Drew, but there's just a pack of players where that ball's going to land.
Kicked by Morris. Low. No mark. Burke. Brown at ground level with Fletcher. Forces the ball up, and the clock is still ticking. Valuable time being lost for the Saints.
Yes, they must get it up there very, very quickly. Just a minute left. Big punch out comes to Gleeson. He kicks nicely off the left side up to the 50-metre line. And Kernahan, eventually, he's had 2 or 3 grabs at it, but he's got this one. Ratton's in short. Kickett gets there quickly. Kernahan surely must have a shot now. Gone under a minute. Only 40 seconds left. So all of these precious seconds for St Kilda, just so vital. Kernahan shoots for goal. He's kicked it long, and he's missed to the left.
That'll do him.
4 goals, 3 to Stephen Kernahan.
As good as a goal, that kick.
The Blues lead by 8 points.
Jamie Shanahan in his first year of league football in the AFL.
Straight down the centre.
Not time left for 2 goals. Good mark by Greg. Dishes out the hand pass to Morris. Burke does well. Nathan Burke steers the pass for Lockett. Hasn't had a touch in the second half. Is that interference by Dorotage? No. Nothing doing. Time's run out. The Blues have won it.
Oh, now that was ridiculous.
Now right on the siren. There's a fight on here. And what's going to happen here with Lockett?
He's reported.
He's reported Lockett. Umpire Harris has reported Lockett. Actually 1 second after the siren. And the Carlton player is out cold.
That's the best thing that can happen to Tony Lockett. Just get him straight off the ground.
Matthew Hogg, he's all right. But boy, he copped a heavy one.
So Carlton have won it. Margin 8 points. 18-13 to 17 goals 11.